All right, what's going on, everybody? Jesse Montaño, JJ Jerez, out here in Vegas. Just got back from the NHL Awards 2024. Our speculation was correct. Nathan MacKinnon heading back to Denver with not just one piece of hardware, but two. You and I were both fairly confident he was going to take home the Hart, which is voted on by the media. But JJ, he also takes home the Ted Lindsay Award, which is the most outstanding player as voted by the players. He even made mention that one made it a little bit extra special.
Yeah, I think winning both just kind of turns it up a notch a bit, right?
Yeah.
You're getting respect from both your peers and the media that covers you. I think probably him personally probably holds a lot more weight on his peers than the media, who he probably finds dumb, and that's why he didn't win it in the past. But to finally get them both, I think that's a major hurdle for him in his career. Big accolades, and you could just see he wore it on his sleeve too. He was really happy and just in a good mood and jovial tonight.
Yeah, he was. You know, he talks a lot in the regular season. The whole Avalanche team does it. So it's a culture thing. We're focused on the ultimate prize. We want to win the Stanley Cup. We're here for team accolades only. We don't care about individual accolades. And I believe him when he says that, genuinely. I think you saw it tonight, winning. It meant something to him. He even acknowledged all the players that I watched growing up had won these awards, and it's an amazing thing to be part of that group. Kind of what you and I talked about yesterday. You could already tell he was realizing, like, this is a legacy thing for me.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think for anybody, whatever you're doing in life, you don't necessarily need the recognition to keep going, right? You're just going to keep going and do what you believe. But when you do get that recognition, it's nice just to receive a little pat on the back and be like, all right, people are noticing the work I'm putting in. People are noticing the results that I'm cultivating with all that work.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And it was fun to see him kind of be acting like that. Like you said, jovial and showing the excitement on his face. Because outside of the Stanley Cup win, I just don't feel like we get that a lot from Nathan MacKinnon. He even mentioned, I'm an ultra competitive guy. Of course I wanted to win. I'm competitive. I want to win. So it was nice to see him kind of have that look of relief. There was one thing that Nathan MacKinnon told us tonight that really, really, really stuck out to me. And you can go over to the Guerilla Sports YouTube, find the entire 2 interviews with Nathan MacKinnon tonight. But in the second one that he did, once he walked away from the podium, we asked him about he mentioned the streak. I think he was asked about it specifically.
Yeah.
The home point streak, which all year, every time we asked him about it, he's like, I don't care. I'm not going to score at home eventually. It's going to end at some point. Do not care. That was not the case, apparently.
Pull the curtain back a little bit, and he told us the opposite.
And he told us that it was a big thing. Everyone was very much aware of it in the locker room. He said he didn't clean his car for the entire season, inside or out. And he said there was all kinds of goofy things I was doing on game days to help keep it going. And I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, wearing the same clothes, I think, was one of them, too. Really leaning into the superstition that hockey players are so well known for. Meanwhile, every single day looking us in the face and saying, no, it's not taking over my life completely, when it, in fact, was.
It was.
Yeah, so that's very funny to me as well. And also just funny to hear how he was kind of happy once the streak was over because he could stop doing all of that stuff. So a little bit of Sid creeping into his life, right? We've heard a lot about how Sidney Crosby is ultra superstitious and likes to stick with the routines when finally finds something that's working, like Nathan MacKinnon did there.
Yeah, I thought that was such a funny, like you said, peel back of the curtain. Wasn't just the Hart Trophy that was awarded tonight. Cale Makar was also up for the Norris for the 3rd time. He's won one in the past. Is this the 4th time? Third straight year. He's won one in the past. This one goes to Quinn Hughes. Again, I think this was something that we all kind of saw coming because of the year that Hughes had and what that translated to for the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah, I think a lot of tonight was predictable, but not saying that Cale Makar's not deserving of it, but I think Quinn Hughes was just a little bit more deserving. I like how Quinn Hughes popped up there and said, Cale, aside from my brothers, you're my favorite player to watch in the game. So that shows you about, what the other players think of him as well. We heard Nathan MacKinnon. That was his vote for the Ted Lindsay.
Yeah.
I thought that was humorous.
Cale was his vote for the Ted Lindsay.
Nathan MacKinnon, exactly. Cale was his vote, and he mentioned how he puts a lot of effort, a lot of research into it, and it still fell on his teammate that he sees every day. So I think it also tells you about the Norris potential in the future for Cale. I think we're going to continue to see him get nominations, just about what he actually gives, the product he puts out there on a regular basis in the regular season. to see if he actually keeps winning them.
Yeah, I'm with you. And like you said, 5 awards were awarded tonight at the actual event. There were only 4 award winners, as Nathan MacKinnon took home 2 of those awards. But it was Quinn Hughes for the Norris, Connor Hellebuck for the Vezina, which we all saw coming, Connor Bedard for the Calder, which, again, pretty predictable. Overall thoughts on the night. I liked the format of this year's awards. I think in the past it's been kind of a slow, a little bit more dry event. I liked the format of it. It was 1 hour. The reviews on Twitter weren't great, and it sounded like there was a lot of stuff that really wasn't landing with this crowd.
Yeah, I think they tried their best to do as good as they can with what they have here, right? They really leaned into the fact that players are very somber feeling in a situation like that. They tried to crack some jokes here and there. I think some of them were funny. Some of them were just like, you're doing your best. I thought it was a little bit awkward at times. It was definitely interesting to see the production side of it from an awards show standpoint. We don't really see that kind of stuff on TV, but kind of seeing the back end stuff that they do there live in front of the audience. That was interesting to me. But I think they did a good job. Let's speed this up. We know everybody's going to be awkward, so why drag it out? And I think overall it was a pleasant experience. I had fun.
I'm with you. There was a couple times. The only thing that I didn't like about the host that I felt was not the host, but the way that they were interacting with the crowd was there was a couple times where they were like pointing out that no one was laughing and that the players were serious. It's like that makes it worse. Just move past it. Don't call out, well, no one laughed at my jokes or whatever. But I'm with you. I thought it was a good event. Told someone from the league, I said, if you're looking for opinions, I liked the way you did it this year. It was better than years in the past. So
Yep. I'm not really on board with like doing an impression and almost making fun of someone to their face. Right. Like kind of was the Kucherov situation. But again, they did the best with what they got, and they made it quick and painless. Rip that Band-Aid off. Whether it's funny or not, who cares? It's over.
Yep, I'm with you. Fun night. Nathan MacKinnon, very deserving, probably long overdue, does get his Hart Trophy as well as the Ted Lindsay. Cale Makar comes up just shy on the Norris. But hey, that's all right. That was all as planned, as expected. Good night here in Vegas. Good night for the Avalanche and Nathan MacKinnon. Draft tomorrow. We got more content coming first thing in the morning. Can't wait to talk to you guys then. For JJ Jerez, I'm Jesse Montaño. Talk to you later.